Hey guys, here's a video of the first Spider-Man print off the printers. I'm pretty excited about this. It came out really well. I had one little problem which I'm fixing, but here is, let me just show you this while I'm trying to do this with one hand here. So I gently put the web wings into the arms. So I just wanted to show that, because they're gonna fall out in a minute. But the web wings worked out really well. They pop right in there and they fit into the channel under the arms. And I'll show you, I'll take those out in a second. I haven't really, the only issue was right there. See that? The little, it's split. It didn't split up here. The base is beautiful, but at the very end of the print, I guess this base was too big and too heavy, and the suction on the printer, which I'll show you in a second, I'm printing another one, but the suction, it was printing like this. It kind of, the support rods let go and it split right there. But it didn't distort. It didn't, distort the oval shape. So I think I could sand it here and put a little epoxy putty in there. And I could salvage this piece because it's a shame. It's heavy and it's huge, this base. You can see how big that is. I don't have a ruler. Oh yeah, I do have a ruler, hang on. It is about 10 inches long this way by about 7 inches wide. The whole figure is 10 inches. I was planning on making it 12, but I didn't, which is good because this figure is definitely not 1/6 scale. It's definitely bigger than 1/6. So I have not put this together yet off camera. I was saving it for the camera, and I'm probably gonna embarrass myself if it doesn't work, but I'm gonna try to assemble it right here. The web lines all came out nicely. Spiders came out nicely. You got a little bumps back there where the support rods were, but that sands right off. But I'm real happy about the webs. And the webs are so thin that they're flexible. So that's gonna help me pop them in there. But you can see that how nice they came out. It paid off to take the time and actually make sure all of the webs were crossing and touching one another. So that one is a little tougher to pop out. I'm gonna leave it in there. But you can see the channel came out well. And if you put a bead of crazy glue in that channel, this thing should pop right in there. And you've got a little flexible leeway. Okay? So let's see if this works. Here are my acrylic rods. I cut them to size. One is 3.5 inches and one is 5.5 inches. So, and you can see the logo there, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Came out perfectly. It's embossed. It's a little raised. And all the type on the back came out. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, based on the classic door poster from 1965, based on artwork by Steve Ditko'S, sculpted by yours truly. And I left a little spot here to number them in case I make multiple copies. But right now this is the only copy. So here's the 3.5 inch rod. That's the shorter one. And look at that, it fits in there. It's a little wobbly, but I would glue that, of course. I was concerned that it was not going to be tight, and it was going to be too tight, the hole, and I wouldn't have been able to get it in there. But they fit. I enlarged the holes so that the 1/4 inch rods would fit in there and accommodate them, and they do fit in the legs as well. So this should work. Let's do it. Let's give it a shot and see if this works. It's gonna work. I'm just afraid it's gonna be wobbly. But once you glue the rods, it shouldn't wobble. And also, you see that little notch right there? That's where his heel fits in. So again, a drop of crazy glue in there, and you've got 3 points of contact. I know how weird this anatomy looks. I'm a kind of a stickler for correct comic book anatomy, and I know how strange that looks. But if you look at the poster and you look at Ditko's artwork, you're gonna see kind of that exaggerated bone structure there that he did quite often, right? So there you go, there's the bottom half, and let's see. I don't know if this is gonna stay because he's leaning forward, but I'll hold it. Okay, I think we've got it. Oh yeah, there we go. All right. Sorry about the lighting, but I'll take better pictures later. But I'm just happy that it works. So there we go. There's our Steve Ditko Spider-Man door poster recreation. He is 10 inches tall, which means if he stood up straight, he would probably be about 15 inches tall, which would make him about a 1/5 scale figure. So I could scale him down, but I like this size a lot. And if I scale him down, I'm gonna have to go back into ZBrush and adjust the rods, because I only have the one size rod, or get bigger or smaller rods. So anyway, there you go. I will, let me show you before I go. Oh, it stinks getting old, guys. I'll show you the one on the printer. And you can see all those supports. All of these are light supports, and that's probably what my problem was. Some of these supports let go when it got to the bottom of the base. But I've since gone back and I've added some heavy supports. See the thicker ones? Those are heavy. And there's a couple of heavies in there mixed in with the thin supports. So hopefully this base is gonna come out right, because I jammed everything onto this one build plate. And it would be nice to have everything on one build plate. If it splits again, I'm gonna have to use, angle the base differently and use both printers, both big printers. But this is a 24, let's see, 9 hours have elapsed, and I've got 20 something hours left. 20.5 hours and 9 hours have elapsed. So it's a 29, 30 hour build plate. So it stinks when it doesn't come out. It's gonna waste a lot of material, and more importantly, a lot of my time. But hopefully that one comes out, and that one came out beautifully. I love it. And I'll take some decent pictures of it with better lighting in a little bit. But I'm real happy. It was a cool experiment. Let's see, I'll bring down the previous one that I did. This is Werewolf by Night. And if you remember, to solve that foot up in the air, I put a rock under his foot, which was a good solution, but I wish I had thought of the acrylic rod thing. They kind of are in scale. Werewolf by Night is 8.5 inches, Spider-Man is 10 inches, but he's crouched over more. So they kind of are in scale. These are a little bit larger than 1/6 scale figures. So anyway, thank you for looking. And I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, I have to make one more video. I'll make one more video and show you the slicing software. But that's about it for this playlist. Thank you again for everyone that came along for the ride. And I'll see you in the next one.